Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of this Mercedes Sprinter Camper Conversion. Today we're going to be showing you how we're going to be finishing all the various walls within inside the van. The two different types of walling that we're going to be completing are the wood panel walls that we're going to be having fitted to the back doors inside the garage, and then also any metal areas that we're going to be having inside the van that we don't want to be showing bare metal, so we're going to be using some auto fix carpet inside these panels. So we've gone for two different colours of the carpet that we're going to be using. We're going to be using an anthracite, which is a dark grey colour, and then for the metal parts of the van we're going to be using a silver coloured carpet. It's exactly the same style of carpet. It's a stretch material that you can glue adhesive onto the different panels, stretch it into the various different shapes, and then it gives you a really nice finish. We used this inside our VW T5 and we were very impressed with the finished look that you get. You can get into all those nice contours, you can cut it to the various different shapes you need, and it gives you that really nice warm finish once you're inside. So let's go and fit this to one of the wall panels that we're going to be and we're going to show you how to fit it, how to cut it, and how to get that really nice clean finish look. So these are the two carpets that we've gone for. The anthracite, which is the darker smoke grey, and then we've got this silver here. Both carpets are relatively thick. They've got a nice thick consistency to them, so they give you a nice bit of insulation on the walls as well. So they do have a nice little bit of stretch, so to get into all those different contours of the van you can stretch them round and you can give it that nice finished look around all those bends and curves. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be fixing the anthracite carpet onto one of the wood panels that we're going to be installing in the garage. So we're going to be showing you how we cut it and how we glue it onto the panels and how we get that nice completed finish. So the first thing we need to do is to get our ply board and just lie it down on the carpet. So the side you do want to carpet is facing down onto the piece of material. Leave it a nice edge around each side, because what you need to be able to do is you need to be able to fold this carpet over the edges so that you get that nice clean edge. And then all you're going to do is just cut round the outside shape of the piece of material. Obviously make sure that you're cutting on the back of the carpet, so you want face side down onto the back so that you get the shape that you require. To cut the carpet, all you can use is just a pair of ordinary scissors. It cuts nice and easily. Obviously lay out the shapes on the carpet so that you can utilize as much as possible, so you don't have much wastage. We've laid out a couple of boards on here and this is the best way of fitting it. So you just cut round with a pair of scissors into the shape that you need. So once you've cut it out, you're left with your shape around the outside of your board. You then need to take any notches or any weird shapes that you've got, like this bit over here. You need to be able to cut into those so that you can fold the material back inside, so you're lapping over the edges. So what we'll do now is we'll just cut one of these out and we'll show you how we do that. And you can just make little slits just in the carpet, just so that you can fold it back on itself. Obviously with some of these weirder shapes, it's a little bit of trial and error when you're trying to work out how to get it to fix into the shape that you want. Well, ultimately what you want to be able to do is you want to be able to lap the material over the edge of the board so that it gives it a nice clean finish on the front. You don't want any bits where you're having board showing on the opposite side. And just cut off any excess material that you don't need on the back. Obviously the less you have to glue down the better. So we'll just cut this tail of this piece of carpet off here. There you go, just so we've got a nice clean finish on that, and we'll do the same on this one just over here. To do curved sections, the easiest way to do this is just to cut slits at various different intervals around the curve. This then allows you to fold the material back on itself over the edges of the board, and it gives you a really nice curved contour following the edge of the board. Really simple. No need to cut any triangles or anything like this out of the carpet. And then all you do is you just fold it over the edges like so, and it gives you that nice edge. So to glue the carpet onto the board, what we're going to be using is this no-nonsense spray contact adhesive. Pick this up from Screwfix. It's just an aerosol can of spray glue. Gives that nice sticky finish. Spray it onto the board and onto the carpet. leave it a few seconds, and then you can stick the carpet down, and within a matter of minutes it's stuck nice and strong. Carpet doesn't come off. This is the same glue that we use on a VW Transporter, and we've had that carpeted for about 3 years and none of the carpet's pulled away. The glue's still stuck really strong. Obviously you want to try and avoid getting this on any clothes or any other material that you don't want stuck on, because it is really strong. This is why we've put this piece of board down. We're doing this inside today as the weather outside is pretty rubbish here. So all we need to do is now just take the can, give it a good shake, and then what we're going to do is we're going to spray it onto our ply board. As you can see, it comes out as like silly string almost. Give it a nice good covering on the board. Doesn't matter if you get some down onto the carpet, because we'll be spraying the carpet as well. So give it a nice spray, get it all the way up to the edges. The edges are the most important bits, so you get it right into the edge. Onto all those little nooky bits. And then we're also going to give a layer onto the back of the carpet as well, just to give that little bit of extra adhesion. There we go. And then once we do that, we'll just leave it dry for a few minutes, just to let it go tacky, and then all we'll do is we're just going to sit the board back down on top of the carpet. Okay, so once you've stuck the carpet down, you've laid the board back down on top, flip the board over, and now what you want to do is you just want to make sure you've got no air bubbles and it's nice and smooth. So just rub your hand across the top, just get rid of any of those air bubbles. It doesn't stick straight away, so you can lift the carpet up and sort of fold out any creases. So you want to do this relatively quickly, because the glue will eventually stick and start pulling the carpet. But you do have a few minutes just to pull these out. Obviously also make sure that any bits that you've cut, any flaps aren't stuck underneath. Make sure you've got all those on top. And then once you've got rid of all of your air bubbles, flick it back over. And now what we're going to do is we're going to spray around the edge with some more glue, and then we're going to fold the edges over back onto the back of the board. Just do a few extra cuts just where we've got some corners, and then we're going to fold it back over on itself so that the carpet sticks to the back. This bit, again, you're worth leaving the glue dry for a few minutes just before you stick it back over, as it then gives it a nice hold finish so that it doesn't flip back on itself. So we've now gone around all the edges, sprayed onto the board and onto the carpet, left it to dry for a few minutes, and now we're just going to fold the edges of the carpet over on top of itself, pulling it nice and tight. Obviously you've got that bit of stretch in the carpet as well, so just pulling it nice and tight so that you get a nice taut finish and you don't get any baggy edges. So we'll start off with this one just here. We'll pull this one over, pulling it nice and tight. Obviously you can wear, it is recommended to wear gloves. Getting this on your fingers, it's be a little bit of a pain to get off. So if you do have some gloves to wear, just stick those on. It means if you get any on your fingers, it doesn't matter, because you're just getting it on the gloves. So obviously in those corners you may need to add a little bit more glue when you start folding bits over. If you need to stick carpet back onto itself on the corners and around any edges, then you can do. So there we have all of the carpet stuck down around all of the edges, all around nice intricate little delicate bits here. So if we flip the board back over now, we should have a nice neat finished piece of board. There you go, nice neat finish, really nice edges where we folded the carpet around the edge, and that's one panel done. We've got another one of these to do for the garage in the anthracite colour, and as I said, at a later date we'll be doing all of the metal work in the silver, but exactly the same method for doing that. We'll be spraying the metal of the van, spraying the carpet, and then sticking the carpet down onto the metal. There's no extra preparation needed for any of the metal work. You can just do exactly the same as you do with wood. Spray the glue onto the metal and onto the carpet, leave it a couple of minutes, and then you can stick the carpet on. Now I've put the panels out to the van, and they're going to be going up on the sides in our garage area to allow us to fix all of our cables up and all the water pump and everything to But before we do that, we just need to go in and carpet the wheel arches. Obviously these aren't covered by any of the side panel boards, so we need to be able to go into here, put some carpet over the top of them. Again, you can just spray straight onto the back of the Reflectix material, spray glue straight onto there and stick the carpet straight on, no extra preparation needed. So we're going to go ahead, cut some carpet and then do both wheel arches, this one here on the right hand side and then the other one on the left as well. So we're tucking the carpet down behind our vinyl flooring so we get a nice neat finish on the floor. Also, when you're doing things like wheel arches, it's best to work out where you want your cuts before you start putting it into the wheel arch. So we've decided to go for a cut at the top so that it's all nice and neat around the front edge, so that when you're looking into the van it all looks really nice and neat. And then we'll just have a small cut on the top just to get the contour of that wheel arch. So the boards have now been fitted into the side of the van, screwed in nice and tight. We've put some silver screws in for now, just some self-drilling screws that can be painting the head to those black, just so that you can't see them on the carpet. So this side is where the water pump is going to be fitted. So we're going to be fitting the water pump and all the other bits and pieces for the water system onto this side of the panel, and then the other side will just be left open. Looks really good, really nice finish in now. We've even put some carpet just in on the slides where the door goes in, so you don't see any of the Reflectix at all. And then we've got the cabling running along the top. Also got some other cabling that we need to attach to the side of here, so all of the cabling that's coming down from the solar panels that goes into the charge controller, we can now attach this all onto the side of the boarding. Really pleased with that finished look. Just finishes off the garage area. Really handy carpet material. We bought this carpet from a company called Harrison Trim Supplies. We'll put a link in the description below to where we got the carpet from in the UK, but I'm sure there's other places around the world that do similar carpet. It's auto trim carpet, so it's the same sort of carpet material they use in cars and other vehicles, so I'm sure your local supplier will be able to get this for you. But really recommend doing this, it just gives that nice finish to the van. As I said, all of the other metal parts of the van that we've got left exposed, all of these pillars just here, all on the back door, we will also be doing with the silver carpet that we've got, underlapping it, and then we'll be putting insulation inside these door panels and then carpeting over the top of those as well. So we now have both sides fitted into the van, both wheel arches done, this side as well. Nice and secure. So this side, as I said, is going to have the water pump and all the other bits and pieces on it. This side over here, we're going to be having a outdoor 12 volt 240 volt socket fitted onto here, so we can have 240 volt appliances connected up in the back. Reason why we've gone for a waterproof one is just obviously there is always a risk with the back doors open that some water does get in, so we'll be fitting that nearer the back doors so we can connect up any 240 volt appliances if we want to be using those outside. Yeah, it's coming along. Also going to be carpeting these pillars just here in the darker material, and also fitting a small piece of wood, nice thin piece of ply along the back here, and then carpeting that in the dark grey as well, just to finish off the back area. So that's it for another episode of our Mercedes Sprinter Camper Conversion. Thank you very much for tuning in. Again, thank you very much for everyone's continued support with our channel. It's really good to get back out in the van today and do some extra work and to video it all and to put it up for you. Weather's not been the greatest over the last couple of weeks, so we haven't been able to get out and do much on the van, but hopefully over the next couple of weeks now we'll be doing a lot more interior work on the van, which means it will be able to do stuff inside. We'll be able to give you a lot more videos and a lot more content going up. Again, if you haven't already done so and you are liking these videos, hit that subscribe button down at the bottom and smash that thumbs up button if you're liking this video. If you're new to this channel, hello and welcome. We do put up a new video every Sunday, so remember to check back every Sunday, and remember to hit that little notification bell to get notifications of when we do put up new video. As always, we love to hear your comments, so if you've got any comments for us, leave them in the box below and we'll get back to you. And always, if there's anything you would like us to show on these videos, please leave us a comment and we'll try and produce a video for you. But until next Sunday, we look forward to seeing you soon. Bye!